This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1125 of Horse Tip Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful hints, practical techniques, and useful facts for horse folks. Brought to you today by Ecovet Fly Repellent. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip features horsemanship radio host Debbie Loucks and her guest Carol Herder, and they're talking about recognizing how present you are or aren't when you're with your horse or even when you're riding your horse. And we'll get right to our tip after this from Ecovet Fly Repellent. Wouldn't it be wonderful if your horse could enjoy a zone of repellency from pesky flies? Well, he can with Ecovet. Ecovet is an entirely new type of fly repellent that is safe for horses and those applying it, offering a real alternative to toxic pesticides like pyrethrins. Ecovet confuses an insect's normal directional ability, the bug's GPS, if you will. So if it can't locate your horse, it can't bite your horse. Dr. Wendy Ying from the Driving Radio Show has been using it in South Florida, also known as the Jurassic Park of biting insects, and she just loves it. Ecovet's active ingredients are naturally occurring food-grade fatty acids that have been clinically shown to improve the condition of horses with difficult-to-treat sweet itch problems. Ecovet is effective on mosquitoes, ticks, no-see-ums, as well as flies. You can visit Ecovet online at eco-vet.com for more information or to order. You can find Ecovet at Dover Saddlery Stores and Ecovet's on Facebook. Just search Ecovet, E-C-O-V-E-T.
Welcome back, Carol Herder. We wanted to have you back from Cavallo. Thank you for lending a little bit of your expertise and time. But we have our trainer's tip. We have this section that really gets into behavioral issues with horses and behavioral issues with people. So thank you for agreeing to come back. What topic did you have for us today?
You know, I just like to point out that being present in the moment with your horse. So let's talk about that, because the evolutionary state of your horse is really just to be, if you can imagine. He's not caught up in thinking about the future or ruminating about the past, you know, how he should have disciplined his kid yesterday or what he's going to wear tonight. You know, he is in the moment.
All the things we do. Yeah, that's true.
All the things we do, you know, our thinking, our feeling, our doing. And so to meet your horse in a place of presence is not only comforting to him, but it's a really good exercise for us in our overall sense of self and well-being. So what you take into his space is really your responsibility. So I encourage you, before you go into your horse's space, to really look at what's occupying your mind right now. You know, what are your problems? What are you thinking about? What are you excited about? It doesn't have to be a negative thing, right? You could be totally preoccupied with something that's making you really happy. But for the time that you go into your horse's space, just play around with being really there. And that, you know, that's an exercise that will serve you in a lot of cases in your life, but it will really help your horse feel comforted because you won't be preoccupied with so many other things.
That's a great tip. So we all know about the physiology that we bring to the relationship with horses, that our adrenaline is up, their adrenaline goes up. If we can relax and breathe out, they can literally stop, right? You know those lessons that we've had of stopping from your horse is just sitting down, breathing out, and thinking, whoa. So I love that you're asking us to be more present. So you're probably not a big proponent of talking on the cell phone when you're on a horse. Is that right?
There you go. I should say not. I mean, you know, if that's what you want to do for a period of time, then just be aware that that's what you're doing. So I guess what I'm saying is try to be try to spend a period of the time that you're with your horse in full presence. And your point about breathing is just fabulous, because that's a way you can really get present, is with some deep breathing. So go to your horse, have a few really deep breaths, think about what you're thinking about, and then just be, and let whatever comes up come up. You know, be it a shift in the breeze or the way he's standing, or just really notice where your emotional state is, because you can't, you know, so much comes from an intuitive state with horses, and that can't happen unless there's some level of silence. So go and be silent with your horse.
Listen to that. That's a great tip. Go and be silent. We all just did this one big breathe out, and we all want to go run out to our horses right now. I love that. That's great. No, I could almost feel like I was out there. So, all right, everybody turn your computers off and go out to your horse now.
Okay, I'm turning my computer off now. See y'all. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you. That's a great tip, Carol. It's great to have you back. Thanks again, and we'll have you back soon.
Well, there you have it. You can find links to today's guests as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. Don't forget, you can have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go by downloading the free Horse Radio Network app for iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network, and you can also subscribe via iTunes. This podcast was made possible through the generous support of Ecovet Fly Repellent and listeners like you. Learn how you can help support Horse Radio Network programming and qualify for auditors-only perks at horsetipdaily.com. Click on the Become an Auditor banner in the center of the page. We'll be back again soon with another horse tip, and until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.